Oleg, 3 more minutes for the leak check. Still 1-3, 13. Copy. Oleg, please give me the DC-1 pressure after 5 minutes have run out on the clock. 13 millimeters. Copy, 13.
This is Mission Control Houston as the International Space Station flies into an orbital sunset over the Arab Peninsula. Everything continuing to go smoothly as we await the completion of pre-spacewalk checks of the spacesuits being worn by Oleg Kononenko and Sergei Prokofiev in advance of their getting permission to open up the hatch to the Piers docking compartment to begin their spacewalk. This will be the 213th spacewalk in space station history in support of assembly maintenance and upgrades.
Primary pump, primary fan, and lights are off. Releasing the toggle switch and switching to battery power. Copy and concur.
And as you heard, the flight controllers of the Russian Mission Control Center outside of Moscow telling Kononenko and Prokofiev to switch their spacesuits to internal battery power. If this was a U.S. spacewalk, this would mark the official start of the spacewalk, but the Russian EVAs are demarcated a different way. The elapsed time of a Russian spacewalk is measured from hatch open to hatch close.
039. 039er. Are we deactivating heat control power? You are go. The HX mode is off, OFF. Off. The LED illuminated. Are we unpowering suit 1 and 2? You are go. Suit 1 and 2 off, OFF. Demating electrical umbilical from the Orlan suits. Yeah, and then after that, you'll need to cover the electrical connector on the Orlan with MLI. Copy and work. EV1 and EV2 are done with that step. Covering the connector with MLI. And done. Copy. All right.
As the International Space Station flies 250 miles above Kuwait City, a good view of the Piers docking compartment. Attached to it at the top of your screen is the ISS Progress 70 cargo ship. The Piers docking compartment, tried and true, used for a dual purpose as an airlock and a docking port for Russian vehicles throughout the years. First launched back in September of 2001.
And the EVA timer started counting. 429 and 410 for EV1 and EV2. 28 and 5 and 29 flat for voltage for EV2, EV1. Moscow unintelligible. Move base S to O2 closed. Sergei, are you closed? Have you closed over? Say what? Are you O2 closed? I need to reach that first. Have you closed the valve on your suit? Not yet. Switching BSS into O2 closed. O2 closed, Moscow. Copy. And the valve closing.
Just minutes away from the start of today's spacewalk by Kononenko and Prokofiev. Once again, today's spacewalk not designed to repair anything. The repair work that was effected by Prokofiev and Alex Gerst in the wake of the discovery of a 1/10 of an inch hole in the inside of the habitation module of the Soyuz MS-09 back on August 29th. That was quickly repaired after a loss of pressure in the spacecraft inside the space station was detected. The leak repair that was conducted at that time consisted of material soaked in epoxy sealant that was basically shoved into the hole on the inside of the habitation module. The leak stopped. The pressure has held rock steady since then. Today's spacewalk designed to collect samples and photographic documentation of the surface of the habitation module on the external hull, designed to gather engineering data for Russian specialists on Earth for future analysis of potential causes for the source of this leak that occurred back in August. The crew on board the International Space Station has conducted frequent leak detection work and pressure measurements in the area in which the hole was detected back in late August. They have found no variance in the pressure integrity of the Soyuz or the space station. The Soyuz has long since been declared safe to return to Earth for Prokofiev, Alex Gerst, and Serena Onin Chancellor next week as they come back in the descent module of the three-section Soyuz spacecraft for a parachute-assisted landing on the steppe of Kazakhstan next Wednesday night, December 19th, landing scheduled at 11:03 p.m. Central Time.
Copy. Can you look at the Odesca and tell me what the pressure reading is right now? Or the 038. And 036 for EV1 and EV2 respectively. And PO2 main should be over 360 per the display. 423 and 410 for EV1 and EV2. Copy. Oleg. Can you make sure, can you confirm that the stowage caps have been mated to the fluid umbilicals post-demate? Well, yes. Alright, I'm going to hand you over to Sergei Kiryevichev. Have a great one, and we will pick you up where we left off when you're ready to go back in for repress. Good luck. Thank you. Stand by, Sergei. Oleg and Sergei, how are you? How do you read me? Loud and clear, Sergei. And greetings. So, what are we looking at? 12 for pressure? Well, the pressure is for the MV pressure gauge. 12. Okay. Yeah, 13. Still 13. Okay, Sergei, are you ready? Am I ready? I am. Okay, you are go to proceed with the EV hatch ups. Copy. All right, I'm facing EV hatch. I'm starting to open the hatch. Make sure that the flag is triggered for opening on the handle. It's in the operational position. Okay, copy. Are the bolts released?
This is Mission Control Houston as we await the hatch opening to the Piers docking compartment to mark the official start of today's spacewalk. This view from a camera mounted in a window inside the International Space Station by one of the crew members. On the right-hand side of your screen is the ISS Progress 70 cargo craft attached to the Piers docking compartment. That's where the two cosmonauts will emerge just a few minutes from now. And on the lower left-hand side of your screen, that is the upper section or the habitation module of the Soyuz MS-09 vehicle that is the subject of attention today, where Kononenko and Prokofiev will be working to cut away a small 10-inch section of insulation on the outside of the habitation module, and then just underneath to cut away about a similar size section of a debris shield to expose the external hull of the Soyuz so that they can extract samples of the sealant material that may have extruded from the hull as the repair technique was effected back on August 29th to seal a hole that was detected on the inside of the habitation module by Prokofiev and Alex Gerst. The habitation module section that you see in the lower left-hand section of your screen is the uppermost section of the Soyuz MS-09 that is docked to the Rosviet module and which will be coming home in 8 days to bring Prokofiev, Gerst, and Anand Chancellor home after 197 days in space, 195 days on board the International Space Station.
And the pressure is about 2 millimeters. How copy, Moscow? 2 millimeters. Sergei, you read? Yeah, the rule is to kind of tap, have your finger and tap on the glass on the heavy pressure gauge and bring it to zero. I already tapped on it. The cover is opening. I've tapped on it. Copy, Sergei. You are go to proceed with the EV hatch opening. And the hatch cover needs to be left in the open position. Copy that. Let me release the hook. 3121 and rail. Okay, you need to reel it in a little bit, Sergei. Yeah, we'll get it in, don't worry. Okay, copy. Sergei, go ahead. Just to adjust the length a little bit. Yeah, you let it out a little. And once I've mated it, you'll pull it in. You bet. Are you holding it? I'm holding it. Okay. Putting EV hatch opening steps into work. Copy and concur. The time. And it's open. Switching it in to the side. EV hatch is open. But I haven't hooked it on yet. It's too short. Way too short. Sergei, you should have grabbed that one. We can feed it out a little bit more. Sure. It shouldn't be like that.
This is Mission Control Houston. The hatch to the Piers docking compartment is open.
Okay.
That confirmed by Kononenko and Prokofiev inside the Piers docking compartment. So with the opening of the hatch to Piers, that marks the official start of today's spacewalk at 9:59 a.m. Central Time, 10:59 a.m. Eastern Time. The 213th spacewalk in support of space station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades officially underway as the International Space Station flies 252 statute miles over the Indian Ocean.
There we go. Is it 401 or 201? 201. Yeah, it's on 201. Oh, nothing getting in the way? Maybe you should bring it lower a little bit like this. One hook goes on the hatch cover handle, and one of them goes on the handrail 201 stanchion bracket. Yep, we'll rehook it, Sergei, don't worry. Rinse and repeat.
Так, я достаю защитное кольцо.
I'm about to unscrew the protector ring, and I'm gonna get closer to get the tether closer in. Guys, protective ring is out. You guys don't forget about the protective ring ups.
Принято.
Copy. In work.
Так, раскрыл защитное кольцо.
The protective ring is open.
Разворачиваюсь в сторону люка.
And I'm going to turn myself towards the hatch.
Теперь нахожусь снизу. Совмещаем риски. Белые с черными.
Matching the white and black marks.
А где у меня риска-то?
Oh, where is it on my side? I don't see one either.
Она снаружи крышки должна. Потерли, что ли, Серег, риск не видать.
Sergei, it seems that the marks have faded over time.
Замок сработал, да? Замочек закрыл. Замок стоит.
But the lock definitely is in place.
Замок закрыт.
The lock tripped.
Замок на перпендикулярно.
This is all I got. If you look at the lock perpendicularly, then it's at 90 degrees on each of the EV sides. Copy. And it's installed tightly.
Итак, я готов к выходу.
This is Sergei. I'm ready to egress.
Сереж, можно приступать.
You're going to begin egressing towards the EV ladder.
Оглядеть вокруг, я понимаю, что темно, но все равно чуть-чуть, это самое, чтобы немножко потише был.
Take a couple of minutes to orient yourself and adapt. Sergei, do you see my safety tether? Stand by. Is it behind you? Oleg and Sergei.
Да, уже.
Go ahead.
Как только выйдешь наружу, включаем сублиматоры оба. Сейчас, Серег, подожди, мы тебя не слушаем.
Sergei, we can't hear you. We're talking right now. Where is it? My adjustable tether? Oleg, it's under your right armpit. That's my short tether.
А он не пристегнут нигде, что ли?
Is it not tethered anywhere?
Не может быть.
That's not possible.
А, он над плечом правым, Олег.
It's above your right shoulder, Oleg. Turn around by about 90 degrees. To your right. To my right.
Идем наверху. А, увидел.
I see it now. Thank you.
Все, хорошо. Спасибо.
All right, we're back.
Да, я приступаю к выходу.
Let's do it again. This is Sergei. I'm starting egressing.
Сделаем так. Пока вы еще внутри, включаем сублиматоры, если нужно. Ага. Если нужно, чтобы друг другу помогли.
And we're with you on two, Alex.
Включаем сублиматоры.
While you're still inside the docking compartment, go ahead and turn on your sublimators. While we're still inside? Yes.
Принято. Включил освещение. Перевел 6. Так,
Sublimator is on for EV2 and for EV.
Kononenko and Prokofiev checking their Orlan suits before they begin to emerge from the hatchway at the Piers docking compartment. The hatch opened at 9:59 a.m. Central Time to begin the spacewalk officially. They're in the process also of installing a protective ring around the hatch that will keep it nice and safe against any micrometeoroid strikes that may occur from the usual flow of orbital debris in and around the International Space Station. Prokofiev will be the first out of the docking compartment airlock itself. He will begin to set up all of his tools outside of the airlock in preparation of receiving additional equipment from Kononenko so that they can begin to make their way to the Strela boom that is located at the interface between the Piers docking compartment and the other modules of the Russian segment of the station. The Strela boom is the 49-foot telescoping boom that one of two such cranes that will be used by Kononenko to be transported to the work site eventually. At the bottom of your screen that you see there, that's the habitation module of the Soyuz MS-09 spacecraft, where he will conduct some invasive cutting of thermal insulation and a portion of the debris shield underneath for the inspection of the site correspondent to where the hole was detected inside the habitation module by Prokofiev and Alex Gerst back on August 29th that resulted in a temporary reduction in pressure inside the International Space Station, and which was subsequently sealed up in a rather swift repair technique that was executed using material soaked in epoxy sealant.
You want to tether yourself first? I think you should take out the capo tool carrier first, then secure your safety tether outside.
До выхода из тени осталось 5 минут.
We have 5 minutes to installation. Copy.
Надо успевать.
We need to hurry.
Активно пошло охлаждение.
I can definitely tell the cooling kicking in.
Так, выводим КПО. Сейчас
Taking a capo tool carrier out of the
транспортировка.
DC.
Один зафиксирован.
Equipment tether 1 is secured.
Второй, Серег. Наблюдаем, взял. И выводи. Зафиксировано КПО.
Capo is secured on 2 tethers to the EVA ladder, taking it out of the docking compartment.
И сразу же, ребят, после АТР включаем камеру американских.
All right, we'll double check on the position of...
On the left side of your screen, very obvious from this camera that was mounted in a window inside the International Space Station, is the Rosviet module, otherwise known as the Mini Research Module 1, or MRM-1. This component was launched aboard the shuttle Atlantis on the STS-132 mission on May 14th, 2010, installed on the Russian segment of the International Space Station on May 18th of that year during the shuttle flight and that particular assembly flight of the International Space Station.
Middle position, about center. And I'm going to activate the first wireless camera.
Пока включайте, ребят.
Сейчас, подождите. 2 секунды. Там не кабель какой-то? Так, у меня камера зеленая.
We'll be taking social media questions from time to time throughout the course of today's spacewalk from those watching our coverage throughout the world on NASA television and on the website at www.nasa.gov. One question from Mariah, who goes under the hashtag of @SpaceStation Ask NASA. A moment ago, there was an incredible shot, the same shot you're seeing now, littered with blue, green, red, and white sparkling dots. The question is, were those reflections of the stars in the window? No, they are indicative of pixelization of this particular camera. As a result, as all cameras are affected in space over the course of time by the effect of radiation. So no, not the effect of stars. It's the visual effect of the pixelization of that particular camera.
Хорошо. Чего? Включаем тогда американский.
Включаем американский светильник.
And at the very bottom of your screen, you can see the first movement of Sergei Prokofiev wearing the suit with the blue stripes as he has made his way outside of the hatchway of the Piers docking compartment. Again, mated to Piers is the ISS Progress 70 cargo craft that arrived at the station a few months ago with 3.5 tons of supplies and fuel for the operation of the station. It will be undocked and deorbited to burn up in the Earth's atmosphere in late January.
Both lights are on.
Выключаю светильники скафандра.
Turning off Russian Orlan helmet lights. We're just going to stay with the U.S. helmet lights.
Так, а ты КПУ?
Тумблер, вернее, кран тепло-холод.
КПУ is double tethered.
Крайнее положение.
В ноль? А, Ген. Агент.
Gennady.
Да.
Yes,
Ген, это Олег.
this is Oleg.
Мне для того, чтобы включить АСПР, что нужно сделать? Кран.
In order for me to activate the active thermal control system, what should I do with the temperature control knob?
Тумблер тепло-холод рядом со светом. Проверь, что он в среднем, нейтральном. Можно тумблер АСТР включать.
The hot/cold switch should be in the middle position, so right next to the temperature control knob.
Нет, вот именно тумблер на полупятом у тебя в среднем.
What about the BO5 panel? Is that switch in the middle position?
Да, вверх. Ну, ноль. Так, АСПР.
Тумблер, вот, да, АСТР включен, если, то...
We are in a momentary loss of communications on the tracking and data relay satellite system. We'll be reacquiring our downlink video from the station momentarily. This view of the International Space Station Flight Control Room at the Russian Mission Control Center in Korolyov outside of Moscow. The International Space Station flying 252 statute miles just to the southwest of Perth, Australia.
If you're ready to press on, we can keep going.
Значит, Олег, ты уходишь на прилажный узел, белые ступенцы, Сереж, а ты идешь на СМ за якорем.
Sergei, you're going to translate to the service module for the foot restraint. And Oleg, you'll be working with КПУ. Copy.
На вторую ручку КПУ.
На что?
За КПУ.
На ручку КПУ.
Right. One tether will need to be secured on КПУ
Вдвоем плюс на
handle.
КПУ. На своих двоих и одном от КПУ.
Но я могу через верхнюю, через антенну АО, или будет тяжело, или снизу пройти, в смысле?
And should I translate
Лучше, наверное, снизу.
below or above via the SM aft antenna? I think you should translate below. Copy.
Это нет,
Да, я перефиксировался на ЭРО.
я думаю, что мимо антенны АО.
I am tethered to Aero.
Да, хорошо.
And Oleg, actually, I think it would be better if you take the SM aft antenna path. Okay.
Я перемещаюсь вдоль малого диаметра.
I'm translating along the SM small diameter. This is EV2. Copy.
Ребят, по попробуйте еще раз камеры передернуть американские.
Guys, can you power cycle the U.S. wireless cameras, please? We're still not getting video from either one of you. Okay.
That direction from the Russian flight controllers to power on the wireless cameras has to do with the helmet cameras being worn by Kononenko and Prokofiev. Once those cameras are up and running, you'll be seeing the views up close and personal of what the two cosmonauts are seeing as they conduct their spacewalking work throughout the day. Kononenko's helmet camera will be designated 18. Prokofiev's helmet camera will be number 20.
To be illuminated. This is all. My camera is off, and I'm going to turn it on, and the green LED is on. Still no Joanne video? Up.
Продолжаю движение вдоль дорог.
Continue in translation along arrow. Copy, Sergei.
На вот эти вот, они провалились вниз, пока достать не могу. Так, достал. Солнышко начало подсвечивать.
Starting to get lighter. The sun is out.
Так. Сергей, смол маленький карабин КПУ цепляю на свой.
Small hook from the KPU is going to be tethered to
Нет,
mine, right?
один у нас с тобой транспортировочный завязан на удавку. Значит, один из них.
No, the equipment tether should be connected to.
While the Russian flight controllers direct the spacewalkers on the configuration of tethers outside of the Piers docking compartment, a view of Sergei Prokofiev wearing the suit bearing the blue stripes, embarking on the second spacewalk of his career, the first having been conducted back in August, a 7-hour, 46-minute spacewalk that he conducted at that time. He will be in the center seat of the Soyuz MS-09 as the Soyuz commander next week when it undocks from the International Space Station, flanked to his left by Alex Gerst and to his right by Serena Onen-Chancellor for the descent back to Earth and a parachute-assisted landing on the steppe of Kazakhstan to wrap up their 6+ month mission.
Yes. I'm actually next to the Icarus payload right now.
Так, иду в сторону третьей плоскости.
And I'm translating towards plane 3.
Сереж, нам нужно... Ты где сейчас находишься?
Я сейчас около 9-го иллюминатора.
Принято. И дальше уходишь в сторону 4-й.
4-й точно.
Здесь стоят два телескопа больших.
There should be 2 telescopes installed there. I see them.
You can see in this view the that long crane that is right next to Prokofiev. That is one of the 2 telescoping Strela booms. Again, Strela, the Russian word for arrow, operated from a so-called operator's post at its base. This crane can be extended to its full length of 49 feet and can be used to maneuver crew members back and forth to various work sites on the Russian segment of the station. In this case today, it will be Kononenko who will install foot restraints on that crane and then will be maneuvered, swung over basically, first to the Zarya module, the first component ever launched to the International Space Station. He will disembark from the first of these 2 Strela cranes then will mount himself on the second crane to be swung over into the worksite area at the Soyuz MS-09 that is mated to the Rassvet module on the Earth-facing side of the International Space Station's Russian segment.
No, that's fine. Do you see the grapple fixture?
And a good view of Oleg Kononenko now in the fourth spacewalk of his career.
Again, Oleg, I'm trying to figure out where you are. All right, just as a reference point, I have progress underneath me. I'm using circumferential handrails towards the FGB, around SMF antenna, if that makes any difference. Okay, I got it. I'm with you now. Are you going to be anywhere near EV2 hatch soon? I sure hope so. Okay. We could have taken a shorter translation path, but that's fine. It's a mute point right now. I'm sorry. Say what? Nothing. Keep going, Oleg. This is EV2. I am at the transfer point between the small and large SM diameter, and I'm going to tether myself to the gap spanners. Copy. And you're getting close to RMD, Universal Work Platform, on plane 4. And then you're going to translate on, as we agreed, towards SMF. Sure. Do you want me to arrive from plane 3 or plane 1 side? Plane 3. Copy. Then I need to go down a little. Concur.
Так. Так, я в районе УРМД.
This is V2. I'm in the vicinity of URMD.
Good close-up view of Oleg Kononenko. He will be the one with the cutting tools at the habitation module of the Soyuz MS-09 later today, as he will cut a small piece of insulation away from the habitation module near a series of insignias that are sewn onto the fabric of the insulation of the upper portion of the Soyuz MS-09. Now our first view of the helmet camera of Sergei Prokofiev, designated by the number 20 that you'll see in a ghost-like figure at the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Kononenko again will be using cutting tools to cut away a small piece of insulation and then a small piece of the micrometeoroid orbital debris shield, the MMOD shield, underneath to expose the hull of the habitation module that will be correspondent to the area inside the habitation module where the hole was detected back on August 29th, traced to the leak and a reduction in pressure inside that Soyuz spacecraft and the International Space Station. That hole was quickly patched up by Prokofiev and Alexander Gerst using epoxy sealant material some of which is expected to be seen that would have extruded through the hole and be visible in the outside hull. It will be Kononenko taking video through a GoPro camera as well as digital still imagery of that material, and will use swabs to collect small samples of that material to be placed in a sealant container and brought back to Earth for analysis by Russian engineers on the ground.
But we still have a good visual on you from the external cameras. Excellent. I'm securing my large small red to the foot restraint. This is Sergei.
Его добавляй, а принесешь еще и вот на этом мягком, который закрепишь за свой короткий.
Да, принято.
Copy, and use a gap spanner as another tether point. Understand and work.
Надо до упора.
Да, принял. Сначала расфиксирую якорь, а потом перецеплю мягкий поручень.
Right, and I'm going to unlock the foot restraint first, and then I'm going to retether to the gap spanners. Agreed.
Раскручиваю. Винтовой держатель. Так, раз, фиксировал.
And doing the threaded lock, the foot restraint is released.
Лейра.
Сереж, не спеши. Да, вышел?
Да. Почти вышел.
Принято.
Половину.
Sergei, take your time.
Надо ровно красиво его, там достаточно маленький зазор в диаметре. Поэтому пойти желательно.
Is the lock completely out? Almost. Copy. Keep holding it in place.
Фиксирован мягкими переменной длины фал.
I understand. And it's actually secured by two tethers.
А второй закрепи там за
Which one should I
УРМД.
take with me? The one that's tethered to the base.
Забираешь и все.
You can actually grab any one of those two. Copy.
Олег. Да. Подхожу к
Oleg, yes, I'm getting close to the grapple fixture.
На
I see that.
закрепляешь укладку, и одновременно
Secure
изолирующий контейнер с кролок
the bundle to the
его закрепляешь на кольце.
to one of the tethers. And the equipment tether needs to be also secured to the transportation ring on the Strela.
Минут 3-4
Copy.
минуты. Не удивляйтесь.
And actually, we might go LOS on this event for about 3 to 4 minutes.
Хорошо, принято.
Copy.
"31 minutes into today's spacewalk, a good view of the two cosmonauts, Oleg Kononenko and Sergei Prokofiev, who began the 213th spacewalk in the history of station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades at 9:59 a.m. Central Time. The station currently flying from southwest to northeast over the Pacific Ocean, just to the east of New Zealand. The two cosmonauts, once again, are gathering tools, configuring all of their equipment that they will use in the extension of the Strela boom. They're right by that boom as you see it, one of two such space cranes that will be used to swing Kononenko over to the work site, where he will perform the cutting of thermal insulation and a portion of a debris shield on the Soyuz MS-09, the upper section of that called the habitation or orbital module, where they will inspect the external hull correspondent to the area inside that Soyuz, where a hole was detected back on August 29th that was associated and traced to a decrease in pressure inside the space station. We've now lost our video signal for a few minutes from the tracking and data relay satellite system. We'll be regaining that signal just a few minutes from now. Again, a view of the Russian Mission Control Center in Korolyov, where the Russian flight controllers are orchestrating today's spacewalk and watching over the shoulders of Kononenko and Prokofiev as they conduct their work. Inside the International Space Station, while Prokofiev and Kononenko are going about their business outside today, are the other 4 crew members of the Expedition 57 crew. Station Commander Alexander Gerst, who will hand over command of the station a week from today, actually, to Oleg Kononenko, and Serena Anand Chancellor are working on a variety of maintenance tasks and other work associated with the unloading of cargo from the recently arrived SpaceX Dragon cargo ship that is bolted onto place on the Earth-facing side of the Harmony module of the International Space Station. The newly arrived NASA flight engineer Anne McLean and the Canadian Space Agency flight engineer David St. Jacques are conducting orientation work, brand new to the station, as they familiarize themselves with station systems that they'll be working and operating on over the next 6.5 months.
Ребят, связь есть, если что, вызывайте.
The comm is back. We just had a brief handover, so we can continue talking.
GoPro пока не включать?
So do you want me to deactivate GoPro? Yes, we don't need it right now. Copy.
Once again, back with our downlink video from the International Space Station, a good view of the 2 cosmonauts working alongside the Piers docking compartment as they set up their equipment right by that pole that you see. That is called the Strela 1 boom, one of 2 such cranes that, as we've mentioned, Kononenko will use to be transported ultimately to the Zarya module of the International Space Station, and then he'll hitch a ride for a short period of time on the second of the 2 Strela cranes from Zarya over to the work site at the Soyuz MS-09 vehicle that is mated to the Rosviet module on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the complex.
Copy. Sergei, can you please also inspect the handrails on the SM side? Let me use the ring handrails, and I will move a little bit further to plane 2. And after that, I will try to approach Strela boom. No, let us follow the procedure, Sergei. All right. Then,
continuing to take social media questions throughout our coverage of today's spacewalk by Kononenko and Prokofiev. One question from Rudy: why not use the Canadarm robotic arm for the inspection of the return vehicles like the Soyuz? Very good question. The answer is the Canadarm2 does not have the reach from its location on the U.S. segment of the International Space Station to have a clean and up-close view of the work sites on the Russian segment of the station. That's why the Russians elect to use the cosmonauts for eyeballs on the work site and the area of the habitation module of the Soyuz vehicle in question today?
Unintelligible.
Серег, я пока укладку закрепил, уже пошел вниз.
Sergei, I have secured the kit and I'm going down.
В смысле, остался что?
What do you mean? Oleg, can you please repeat? I'm talking about the isolation container. Maybe it was already left where it was. I'm going down to the Strela boom. You will see the hatch 1, and you will see the round handrails in front of it. Number 1? Let me translate. Yes. Oleg.
Смотри, заходишь для удлинителя, видишь VL1.
You will need to find the extension tethers.
VL1, а в другую сторону спускаешься по кольцевым поручням.
And you will need to translate on the side of those tethers to the round handrails when you see them. Okay, copy.
Я подошел к поручню.
I'm near the handrails,
На малом диаметре.
near the small vestibule.
Стрелы.
So,
Да, видел.
Ну все, давай, двигай.
I'm not seeing it right now. Okay, stand by 1. Okay, copy.
Сереж, и у тебя дополнительная задача получится в том плане, что закрепляешь
And
на такелаж
you can start the timer.
изолирующий контейнер.
You will need to remove the isolation container from the kit. Unintelligible. Okay, copy.
Олег, твои картинки с камеры так мы не наблюдаем.
Oleg, we cannot see anything from your camera.
Я по стреле перемещаюсь.
I am moving along the Strela boom.
Только ноги твои.
Copy.
Картинки дальше не видим.
Что видите?
Ну как ты ушел из экрана по стреле?
Unintelligible.
Ну, понятно.
Understood.
Я в районе 8-го иллюмината.
I'm near window 8.
Наблюдаю знаменитое полотенце.
I can see the famous blanket, or rather towel, that was left here by the previous generations.
И мы видим свою
Yes,
камеру, наблюдать
we can see
и вот это полотенце.
your camera on the telemetry, Oleg, and we can see the picture from your camera. Copy.
Так, я перешел на выходное устройство.
Хорошо.
I'm near the output device. Copy.
Перемещать в сторону противоположного узла.
And move up to the grapple fixture.
Олег, ты где?
Oleg, where are you?
Да.
I'm here.
Я на мобильном звене.
I'm here.
Вот сейчас стою и думаю, куда идти.
I'm thinking where to go now.
То есть мне на кольцевой поручень идти влево.
So I should move to the left from the handrail.
Оператора, то есть
Вот смотри,
Look.
я сейчас смотрю на адаптер. Может, я еще и адаптер?
I'm facing the adapter. Do you want me to remove the adapter as well?
сними адаптер,
Yes, your go.
тогда здесь
Then secure it there,
и
or secure it on yourself, rather.
уходи на себя, будет правильнее.
Okay.
Уходи с ним на шарике.
Так, я его закрепил.
I have secured it on the large red.
Принято.
Copy.
Так, сейчас надо его отвязать.
I need to untie it.
Две проволоки, Олег.
There should be wire ties there.
Я вижу.
Yes, I can see the 2 wire ties.
Так, я еще одну проволоку отвязал и закрепил.
I have unsecured another wire tie, and I secured it on the small red. Copy.
Адаптер с датчиками.
And now move towards the adapter.
Угу.
Copy.
Так, вот смотри,
All right. Look,
адаптер с датчиками, он
the adapter with the sensors.
Ты его забрал, да?
So you have retrieved it.
вот я сейчас тест вижу, да, этот я
Sergei, yes, I can see the test
в сторону
science equipment. So do I need to move towards the test science equipment or in the opposite direction to take photographs?
Значит, переходишь через базу.
So should I move towards the test science equipment?
Переходишь в сторону
Я сейчас
второго
стою на
люка.
стороне.
I'm standing
Ну, то есть, я имею в виду в противоположную сторону.
here and I really try to figure out where to go. So should I go towards the test equipment or in the opposite direction?
На первом люке видишь тест.
On, you're saying EV
Лицом. Я смотрю лицом, но вы, значит, уходите.
A hatch? Yes. So that means I'm moving to the right. So everything else remains to the left from me.
Ты должен увидеть
One more time.
60,
What can you see?
60,
You-
60, 17.
What can you see? No. 0966.
60, 21, 60, 22.
I'm standing right at the so-called
50, 20, 60,
intersection of 6021 and 6022.
15.
You'll need to move towards 6017.
Переходишь сначала на 20-й
First, you'll need to move to the
балку.
to the handrail 6020. You'll need to cross the boom.
Все увидел, да?
Oh, I have already
60, 19, да.
seen where
Идешь за
I need to go, so I've seen 6020, 6019, so on. And then you'll see hatch number 2.
Так, я нахожусь в районе
I'm
такелажного.
near the grapple fixture.
Подошел. Меня видишь, Серег?
Хорошо.
Sergei, can you see me?
Ногами.
Yes, I can see you upside down.
Сереж, не спеша.
Sergei, so no rush.
Укладку в плане того, что снимай изолирующий контейнер.
You will need to
Если
remove the isolation container. You will need to untie wire ties
Да, принято.
and secure them on the
По якорю, который сейчас на...
D-ring.
Мне его, может, сначала...
Copy? Do you want me to secure the foot restraint on the fixture? Yes, of course. You will need to do that first.
Принято.
Copy all?
Сергей, якорь креплю на такелажный узел.
Sergei, do you want me to secure the foot restraint
нет, нет, на такелаж.
on the fixture or on the ring? You will need to do that, secure it on the fixture. Okay, copy.
Серег, я укладывал...
Sergei, I have secured the kit on the tether. I've tethered it. Wait a minute.
Что такое, Олег?
What happened, Oleg?
Солнце прям в глаза.
The sun is too bright.
Так. Так, вот они уже в поле видимости.
So they're here, they're visible already.
Хорошо. Значит, Олег, просьба такая.
Oleg,
Разместись поудачней, и нас интересует...
I have a request for you, so you will need to secure the kit,
Как раз обратная сторона.
and we are interested in the photographs on the other side. Okay, I understand. Let me see.
Хорошо светит. Солнце,
The sun is so warm, so it's really bright.
Так.
Let me see.
Серег, я правильно понимаю, GoPro включаю?
Sergey, did I understand it correctly that I'm going to activate GoPro?
Снимать там, ну, секунд 20-30.
Yes, your go.
Он должен работать не только видео, но и фото, я так
Да, да.
Unintelligible.
по рекомендации.
Copy. So these are our recommendations.
Да, мне что-то солнце засвечивает.
The sun is really bright. It's really hard to see anything. I can't see any red light.
Якорь на двух фалах.
The foot restraint has been secured to the fixture with two tethers. One end of the tether was secured on the EV2 carrier and the other one on the fixture. Okay, copy.
Олег, это по возможности.
I'll need to figure it out how to do that. Okay, copy.
По возможности.
Схватить не знаешь,
I really don't know how to grab it,
Так, взял.
move it. Okay.
Надо бы, знаешь, ручки к таким камерам приделать.
We really need to attach some big handles to such small cameras because otherwise it's almost impossible to adjust them. So, Oleg, were you talking about the camera?
Понимаешь, я
Yes, I'm holding it with my fingers.
я сейчас вот отпустил обе руки.
And I'm afraid to release it. Okay, copy.
Лечу вокруг.
And I'm floating around them. I don't know if it's visible or not.
Расфиксирую фал, которым
I have unsecured the tether. I have
транспортировочному устройству.
removed the tether that will be used for picture
Смотри, пожалуйста, там
securing.
металлическое
Copy.
звено, у него есть флажок. Чтобы
Sergei, there should be a flag,
Чтобы СТУ не крутилось.
and you should engage it.
крутилось не кольцо, а не крутилось. Вот тут смотри, есть стрела, кончается металлическим звеном.
So I would like to explain it to you. So the Australoboom has a metal end.
И чуть дальше, там в начале, где начинаются углепластиковые звенья,
A little bit
которые
further out there, where there are
металлического звена
plastic parts.
в закрытое положение.
So you will need to
Хорошо.
move that switch in the closed position. Let me move closer first.
Олег, получается?
Okay, it is in the closed position, and I have attached the camera right on my chest,
Обратную сторону от иллюминатора.
and I'm moving in the opposite direction than the window.
20-30
Copy. So it should take you 20 to 30 seconds
Не выключать.
maximum. So do you want me to leave the camera on? Yes. Oh no, Oleg, you will need to deactivate the camera.
аккумуляторы тратить.
Let us save the battery power. Okay.
И перед переходом попробуй все-таки дотянуться до своей американской камеры.
And try to use the SOS camera
Хорошо.
before you translate further. Okay. Let me see.
This is Mission Control Houston, 54 minutes into today's planned 6.5-hour spacewalk. A good view of Oleg Kononenko, the lead spacewalker of the duo outside of the International Space Station at this hour. Kononenko by the Poisk module, which is on the space-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station, having made his way to that location. It's an interim stop where he will begin to install a foot restraint onto the end of the Strela-boom that you see on the right side of your screen, that 49-foot long telescoping crane that he will ride over from that location to the Zarya module of the International Space Station, which just celebrated the 20th anniversary of its launch last month to inaugurate the International Space Station era.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
Принято.
Copy.
Я вот двумя карабинами пристегнул.
I've used 2 hooks to attach it.
The International Space Station is about to cross the border between Mexico and Texas, about to fly directly over Brownsville on a path that will take it just to the east of Houston on this particular orbit of the Earth, flying from southwest and northeast in an orbit inclined 51.6 degrees to either side of the equator.
Picture, so that when Oleg translates to that zone, he wouldn't waste more time trying to find it. Copy all. Let me see. Sergei, the flag that we talked about, which position do you want me to put it in? In the position that will make sure that the entire assembly does not rotate or move. So my understanding is that it is in the open position right now. You will need to move it to the closed. All right? Done? Okay, Sergei, thank you. I'm right across the grapple fixture and the lock of the grapple fixture. What did you want me to do here? You will need to see where the hook is attached to the body. And to help Oleg in advance, Oleg is right next to me. Right next to me. All right. Oleg, do you need assistance? No? I'm on the boom. Okay, Oleg. Your further actions are as follows. Oleg, you will need to move to the grapple fixture. You will accommodate yourself. Then you will move to the operator's post, copy, together with the ring. And after that, you start moving the boom towards the FGB. Copy. Copy all. I'm holding the boom to prevent it from moving. I can see the grapple fixture. Oleg, your target is on the left, or to the left from you. Copy. I've jumped over it.
Again, Oleg Kononenko moving up the length of the Strela 1 boom, 49 feet in length. He will be maneuvered by Sergei Prokofiev, who will be at the so-called operator's post of this first of two such space cranes that Kononenko will ride to finally reach the work site at the top of the Soyuz MS-09 vehicle called the Habitation Module that is linked to the Rosviet module of the International Space Station on the Earth-facing side of the complex.
Very good. So if there is a LOS, continue working. Until you will have to demate the Strela boom. So you will have to wait for my go. Copy that. Are you holding, Sergei? Yes, I'm holding the boom so that it doesn't...
Once again, momentary loss of downlink video as we move between satellites on the tracking and data relay satellite system. Just over 1 hour into today's spacewalk as Kononenko and Prokofiev are preparing the Strela boom, the first of two such cranes that are used to maneuver Russian crew members outside of the Russian segment of the station from one work site to another. Kononenko will ride this boom over to the Zarya module. He'll dismount the first of the two cranes and plant his feet into a foot restraint on the second of the two cranes to make his way to the work site where the leak detection work at the top of the Soyuz MS-09 will take place. Once again, the whole exercise of today's spacewalk is not to repair anything. The Soyuz MS-09 has long been since declared fit to return to Earth next week, with Prokofiev, Alex Gerst, and Serena Anand Chancellor following the detection of a 1/10 of an inch hole in the inside of the habitation or orbital module, the upper section of that Soyuz back on August 29th, that caused a temporary loss of pressure. Prokofiev and Gerst shored up and repaired that leak through the use of material soaked in epoxy. The exercise today is a data collection exercise only, in which Kononenko will cut back about a 10-inch piece of insulation on the habitation module, and then a portion of the orbital debris shield underneath, peeling back that orbital debris shield to expose the outer hull of the habitation module correspondent with the area inside where the leak was detected, to see if any of the epoxy sealant may have extruded through the hull. They'll take samples of that material, put it in a container to be brought back to Earth so that Russian specialists can conduct an analysis of that material that should be helpful in refining and improving leak detection and repair capability in the future.
On a boom, and I will monitor my movement. Just let me find my place here. Sergei, as soon as you have a chance to move along the boom, you can take a tool carrier and go to your post.
Да, я сейчас, вот я зафиксировался за СТУ.
Okay, so I am secured now on the boom.
Не, ну да, я перекину за него.
Okay, let me release some slack here. Copy.
Подцепляю тебя за... А это я отсоединять буду, Серега.
So I will demate this, Sergei. This is EV1. Yes, yeah. Look here, Oleg. You can secure it in this location. Copy. Oleg, this is Moscow. When you are secured, take some rest. And Sergei will translate to the operator's post.
Это что? Вот за него, Серега.
Sergei, I'm holding it, and you can secure it to this point. You know, I can actually jump over, and will you be able to do it with the tether? I will try. So, just duck under the boom. Sergei, you are not very far away. I am starting the movement, Moscow. Sergei, could you, before you go, could you please try again to help Oleg with the camera, with the helmet camera? Okay. Yeah, so the LED is illuminated, so you can try to power cycle it. So, Moscow, are you receiving the image? Yes, we are receiving the image from both cameras. Great. So, Sergei, you can start moving. Will do. Oleg, and you will get ready for my go to leave the to work with the grapple fixture. Copy.
Я за тебя уйду, вот ты меня подтянул, как в прошлый раз ушел, и все.
You know, let's do it like we did last time. I just went, you know, over your back. You know, it's very far from the boom.
And now our first view from Oleg Kononenko's helmet camera as he looks at Sergei Prokofiev. Once again, they're in the process of setting up all of the equipment on the Strela boom or crane that Kononenko will use to ride over to the Zarya module of the International Space Station, the first of two such rides he will take to get to the work site where he will cut into thermal insulation and a piece of the debris shield on the upper portion of the Soyuz MS-09 vehicle. The helmet camera designation has changed from what we told you earlier. Kononenko's helmet camera is number 17. Prokofiev's helmet camera is number 20, but nonetheless, this is the view from Oleg Kononenko's helmet camera.
You know, I raised the shade and it was a mistake. Okay, so I demated it and I'm starting the movement. This is EV2. So you secured it with the white eye, Sergei? Yes, that's correct. I'm starting the movement along the boom. This is EV2, and I'm heading to the operator's post. Copy, Sergei. As soon as you are at the location, could you please see so that everything is convenient for your operation there?
Потом мы делаем выдвижение. Да, по газу выдвижение метра на 2-3 вперед.
Okay, so once you are there, you will have to move about 2 or 3 meters forward and then start moving towards FGB. Copy.
Больше будет ваше взаимодействие по причаливанию и вообще от Олега будет основная информация.
And then Oleg will advise you what to do next, and you will talk to each other there at the location. Okay, so I have the anchor in my hand, and capo is kind of flapping around.
Ну а дальше уже по поручню.
Okay, so I'm at the mobile unit now. Copy. Okay, so let me go over the boom. This is EV2.
Там кольцо есть зацепить за поручень?
Sergei, do you have a ring? Do you have a place to secure the ring so that it does not fly away? Yes, there is a location to secure the ring. Okay, very good. Well, the sun is on our side here. It's helping us. Are you using the wire tie, Sergei? Okay, so let me release S2 here.
Ребят, напоминаю.
Guys, this is Moscow. A reminder.
Будет через 10 минут вход в тень.
We'll have eclipse in 10 minutes. Copy.
Даже не через 10, а через 5.
Well, actually, correction. In 5 minutes, we will go into eclipse. Yeah, we are observing that, Moscow. Thank you.
Сергей, а поручень 1061 на ПГО?
Sergei, what about the handrail? Is it 1061? No, it is 1031.
Он где?
Where is it?
На гермодакторе.
Is it on PHO or in GA? It is at the end of the radiator. It's PGO, actually, location. Okay, and the number is 1031. It is the last rail before the transition to GA, or pressurized adapter. You will also see ring handrails there. Copy.
Ну как, Серег?
Sergei, how are you feeling? Well, I'm moving, actually. I have secured STO with a wire tie.
Сейчас. Сергей, как у нас с графиком?
Sergei, what about the plan? How are we on the timeline? You know, you have time, guys. Don't be in a hurry. Okay, copy that.
Изолируйся, контейнер сейчас. Заведу, чтобы он...
Okay, let me move the container, and I will actually secure STO on the container. Yeah, but then you will have to go back with this STO, and then you will have to drag the container with you in this case. Okay, let me secure it here.
Напоминаю,
this is Moscow, guys, a reminder. Yes, go ahead.
работаешь с одним приводом, закрываешь его ручку, переходишь к работе с другим.
You work first with one drive, then close the handle, and then start working with the other drive. That's the order of things. Copy.
Сергей, огни уже на трассе горят.
Sergei, I can see the lights on the route. You can see them? Yes?
Горят, хорошо.
Yes, so, you know, the light is very bright. Okay, so I have arrived on the post. This is Sergei. Oleg, are you ready to work with the tethers? Yes. The mate, the tether. Your safety should be on the boom. And Oleg will secure it to the rail. Okay, I will secure my tether. So this is Sergei. I'm on the post. So one tether should be secured to the lanyard and the other to the rail, handrail. Copy. I am inside the foot restraint. Okay, let's move on. Sergei, you can open the drive on pitch. And Oleg, could you please monitor it very closely? Well, I'm facing Sergei right now. Do you see inaudible? Well, this is the most important thing to see. Well, it is moving very fast, actually. Yes, I released the handle. Copy. Sergei, a reminder. Try to do one rotation every 3 seconds. Copy. And if, you know, it is faster, then stop immediately. Copy. So I am egressing the anchor, yes, you can actually secure your left leg on the right bracket. Okay, this is extension, right? That is closer to the anchor. Yes. When you egress the anchor, so this is the handle that allows you to extend or to decrease. Oleg, we see how you are moving. I'm moving. I'm translating. No, you are moving. Yes, you are moving, Oleg. And I'm rotating. Now I have the sensation of the movement. This is EV1. Sergei, don't be in a hurry with the rotation. Sergei, please be careful. The radiators are there, mind you. Yes, if it's too fast, you can stop it. You have stopped it. Yes. Oleg, this is Serena, and we looking at you from cupolar windows. That's great. I think the pictures will be very dramatic. All right, now I'm facing the radiators right now, and I see the solar arrays. Everything is fine. So you can look towards the American segment. Of course, I cannot see American segment. Well, radiators are very far away, so there is a good gap everywhere. Well, radiators now are a little bit too close for my liking, but the distance is still quite good. So
1 hour, 19 minutes into today's spacewalk, Oleg Kononenko taking a ride on a Russian space crane called the Strela Boom, as he is being maneuvered at the bottom of your screen, being maneuvered by Sergei Prokofiev at the so-called operator's post.
Well, Sergei, maybe we should
swinging over from the Poisk module and the Piers docking compartment over to the Zarya module on the Russian segment of the station, where he will then make an interim stop and ride a second space crane over to the Rosviet module, to which the Soyuz MSO-9 is docked. Kononenko on the fourth spacewalk of his career, Prokofiev in the second spacewalk of his career, working in tandem to conduct an inspection of the area on the external hull of the Soyuz MSO-9, correspondent to an area where a hole was detected back on August 29th, and where pressure was leaking out of the International Space Station. That hole quickly repaired by Prokofiev and Alex Gerst using an epoxy sealant. Samples of that sealant that may have extruded through the hull of the Soyuz habitation module will be collected and returned to Earth for analysis by Russian engineers.
I'm starting the maneuver towards FGB. Oleg, do that. So yes, I have performed the maneuver. Sergei, I cannot see radiators. Copy that, Oleg, but I can see the solar arrays, and I can see FGB. Well, right now I'm in a very good position. Yes, I have secured the handle, Oleg, and I'm starting the rotation. Oleg, this is Moscow. Can you see FGB from your position? I can see it very clearly. I can see radiators and the plane and the solar arrays, and kids are behind my back. Copy that. This is Sergei. I'm rotating it slowly. You know, when we come closer to the array, then we will have to go up a little bit. You know, Oleg, we should approach the radiator that is on the left. Copy.
Серег, может быть, подсократить чуть-чуть, чтобы радиатор, вот так на себя движение.
Sergei,
Ложить стрелу и стрелу.
maybe we should change the movement. You know, when we approach the solar arrays, I will go too low, I think. We'll try to approach it slowly. You know, on the course, yes, on the course, the solar array is on the right from you. Okay, let me release the handle here. This is EV2. Sergei, stop. I think we are moving up too much.
Можно даже начать опустить и поближе тебе к
Maybe we should go a little bit down, but when we approach the solar, when I approach the solar arrays, then stop and then start moving again. Copy that. Now you should be moving a little bit down. This is fine, and also move me to the left a little bit. You know, I cannot do it at the same time. Well, now it is just fine. Stop here. Okay, I'm securing the handle. Sergei, I'm too close to the radiator. I have stopped the movement. Now, please go, let me go down a little bit. Copy. More down, more down. Okay.
Kononenko being maneuvered over to the Zarya module on the end of the Strela boom, the first of two space cranes he will ride to get to the area in which the inspection will take place on the Soyuz MSO-9 vehicle that will return to Earth next Wednesday for a landing in Kazakhstan, with Sergei Prokofiev, Alexander Gerst, and Serena Anand Chancellor back with downlink television now. The International Space Station flying over Egypt, moving from northwest to southeast. Kononenko in the suit with the red stripes as he is being maneuvered by Prokofiev, who is at the so-called operator's post at the base of this crane.
A little bit, and I cannot see the solar array very well. So you have stopped the movement? Yes, but I can see that about 4 meters, to solar arrays. You know, I want to have my legs down a little bit. From your feet towards the solar arrays, there are at least 2 meters. You know, for some reason I don't understand, Sergei, why I'm moving. So I cannot understand where is this movement coming from. Like on a fish on a fish hook. I have secured myself properly, I think. Can you see how I'm moving? Can you see that, Sergei? Yes, I can see that. I'm trying to move you a little bit down, but there is a safe distance towards the radiator. You won't be able to reach the radiator. The solar arrays are close. I have stopped the movement, Oleg. Now I'm moving it on the course. I think I'm just opposite the solar array. Yes, that's right. So the kit is moving too. You should catch the anchor. I should catch the anchor. It is moving away. Yes, I have to catch the anchor now.
Сейчас, Серег, якорь поймаю, якорь ходит.
Okay, Sergei, this is EV1. I'm trying to catch the anchor. It is moving away.
Блин, ушел якорь. Все, разворачивай.
Now you can start the movement.
Видишь там до радиатора?
Oleg, do you see the distance towards the radiator? I can see the solar arrays below me.
До радиатора примерно нормально это диаметр. А за радиатор уже выше.
It's a safe distance towards radiator right now.
Так, а за солнечной батареей вышли, может уже начать опускать?
Well, so can you see solar arrays? No, I do not see the plane. Okay, let me secure the handle and have a look, Oleg. Guys, let us see where is FGB, and then you will be able to understand where you are. FGB is below me. Copy, Oleg. You know, we are not exactly in parallel. I think we should move a little bit on the course. Yes, that's right.
На твой взгляд, нам далеко выдвигаться вперед?
Я лучше бы все-таки к ФГБ причалил.
You know what I would do? This is EV2. I would approach FGB, then do a maneuver. Okay, how are you doing, Sergei? I have stopped the movement. Sergei, this is Oleg. I suggest we start moving down a little bit. Okay, I'm right now in a good position. This is EV1. I'm bringing you down, Oleg. You know, the anchor is moving and flapping around. I'm holding the KPU kit right now. Now, Sergei, I'm holding the anchor as well. I'm like a woman at the marketplace. I have everything in my hands. Now, the movement is nominal. Okay, on the right, there is an antenna, and I'm approaching the antenna. There are two antennas, carrot-like antennas. But we are still far from the how. We are still far from the hull. You know, if you face the this is Moscow. Then, okay, Sergei, I think we should slow the movement. I cannot see solar arrays. I am hanging over the solar array. So you can move me to the right a little bit. Now I'm parallel to the cables that are routed there. Yes, I can see that. I will move it a little. I will move you a little bit to the right. The radiators are at a safe distance. American radiators. Yes, that's right. Now you can move a little bit forward.
And then you will move it lower. Okay. Okay, we'll start the extension. Move more to the right. By the right, just a little bit. Okay. Because I think the panel is closer than I thought. Is it? Okay, yes, that's okay. That's fine. You can move it. Okay, let's go. Well, you're like a crane operator, level 5. Why, sure am. Okay, just keep moving. Excellent. Okay, so we're moving beyond the antennas, correct? Yes, that's for sure. We still have enough clearance.
This is Mission Control Houston, 1 hour 32 minutes into today's spacewalk by Oleg Kononenko and Sergei Prokofiev. Kononenko and Prokofiev will ultimately wind up at the inspection area at the very top portion of the Soyuz MS-09 called the habitation module that is docked to the Rosviet module on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the station to conduct an inspection of the area underneath thermal insulation and a piece of debris shield that is correspondent to where a hole was detected inside the habitation module back on August 29th, traced to the cause of a pressure leak inside the space station that was quickly remedied through a repair technique by Prokofiev and Alexander Gerst at that time. Since then, pressure inside the MS-09 has been holding rock steady. This is not a repair effort today. It's forensic surgery, if you will, to collect data that will be used for analysis by Russian engineers on the ground in the improvement and
Sergei,
formulation of new and better leak inspection techniques and repair techniques for future spacecraft. These two Strela booms that are being employed by the cosmonauts to maneuver around the Russian segment of the station have a storied history. Back on October 8th, 2001, during Expedition 3, Vladimir Dezhurov and Mikhail Turin installed the first of these booms, the same one that you're seeing Kononenko riding on the end of, onto the Piers docking compartment during a spacewalk. A few months later, in January of 2002, Expedition 4 crew members Yuri Anufrienko and NASA astronaut Carl Walls relocated a second Strela boom from the first of the pressurized mating adapters, PMA-1, to the Piers docking compartment. In February of 2012, Anton Shkaplerov and Oleg Kononenko, appropriately, moved the first Strela boom from Piers to the Poisk module during Expedition 30, and a few months later, in August of 2012, Yuri Malenchenko and Gennady Padalka moved the second Strela boom from Piers to the Zarya module during Expedition 32. It is that boom that Kononenko will ultimately ride here a short time from now over to the inspection area at the top of the Soyuz MS-09.
Please move to the area. Remove the kits. And Sergei, you will move using translation ring towards the grapple fixture. And Oleg, you will be moving away from the grapple fixture. Okay. And the kit that I brought with me with the grapple fixture, should I keep it here in operator's post? It is attached to the ring. Sergei, stop the movement. I think we missed it. Okay, that's it. Okay, stop. It's just keep moving. Okay. So I think we can move it down slowly, just from where you are now. Yes, no, I think I will have to move you in the flight direction. Okay. Starting the motion in the direction of the flight and left now. Okay, it's not moving down, just to the left. Well, it just appears so. I confirm motion. I can reach the GA pressurized adapter, okay? That means we're moving closer. Slowly. There's inertia here. Okay, so I'm releasing everything. Okay, Sergei, stand by. Let me get away from here. Please do not do anything now. Okay, the movement stopped. Okay. So the first hand contact. Contact with what? Okay, let me move closer. I cannot see handrail 231. The radiator and everything else. Can you see it's the last handrail before the pressurized adapter, the FOGA, the last one. Yes, I can see it. Okay, can you move me away a little bit? So the kit that says MSS with the arrow on it, so then there is the radiator, the plate with two black marks. And I don't think it has any numbers on it. It's just all covered in paint. So should I hold that one? Yes, that will do. Okay. Okay. Cannot reach it yet. Okay, I am holding the handrail, and there is movement. I'm moving about. So is it moving somewhere or not? What about the length? Well, it's a bit too long. And then just let me know when I need to stop. Okay. So let's move towards the FGB, copy, move motion to the left. Sergei, stop. Okay. Are you secure? Okay. You can keep moving. Yes. I will move you down. Yes. Towards me. Okay. Okay, so it's sort of next to me. So it is completely turned around. 10, 1020, I think, handrail number 10020. Well, it should be 1030. This is Moscow. No, it says 1020. 1020. Okay, okay, Sergei, move me down. In which direction? Face down. So in that direction. Okay, Oleg, can you see the two tubes near the FGB? Well, yes, I confirm. Behind FGB plane 3. Yes, yes, it says FGB. 1. The first one to the left, third to the right. No, please do not move. Complete motion in this area. Well, it says 1020. Okay, Sergei, move me to over here. Lower. I cannot move you any lower. It is already on FGB, basically. It's fine like this. It's a good position. So should I secure it here? Yes. Okay, so we have secured it, and I'm starting the motion using translation ring STU. Okay, copies. This is Moscow copies. Is it plane 3? Yes. No. So operator's post should be to your left, Sergei. And shuttle grapple fixture. That's where the operator's post is. I cannot see it yet. I can see the airlock. Okay, I need to look around. Oleg? Should you activate the lights as well?
Сейчас смотрю.
Okay, let me check. Just to make sure you're seeing everything better.
До выхода из тени 5 минут, ребят.
And the sunrise will be in 5 minutes. Okay? Copy?
This is Mission Control Houston, 1 hour, 42 minutes into today's spacewalk. This view of Sergei Prokofiev securing the operator's post of the first of 2 Strela booms that are located on the International Space Station. This particular boom was used to maneuver Oleg Kononenko over to the Zarya module of the International Space Station, the first component ever launched in the station era, just over 20 years ago, back on November 20th, 1998.
Okay.
The station flying 250 miles over the Indian Ocean from northwest to southeast, soon to move into an orbital sunrise. You see Prokofiev working at this operator's post that is located around the Poisk module. In the lower left-hand corner of your screen is the Soyuz MS-11 spacecraft that launched just last week from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan, with Kononenko as the Soyuz commander, David St. Jacques of the Canadian Space Agency, and Anne McClain of NASA.
So this is, you mean the right one, and I should move down on the left. Is that correct? No, Oleg, move 90 degrees more. Turn around. Okay, this is Sergei. I have started the motion. Okay. Excellent. And, well, there is a solar panel. I do not see the apparatus post yet. There are handrails on the pressurized adapter on the GR. Well, I just managed to move down, and the Soyuz is underneath me. Okay, so let's wait for the sunrise, for the solar pass. Okay, sounds good. Oleg, please rest. Okay, so it's starting already. Look at the solar arrays here, and let me move beneath the Strela boom. Okay. Copy all. So I think we need to go from the other, to move to the other side of the airlock. And no, Oleg, no, let's not do that. You need to move exactly towards plane 3. Well, I am at plane 3. It says FGB right here. Plane 3, plane 1 is to the right. Well, it's actually it's plane 4. So this is plane 3. Okay, so you need to be looking towards plane 4. I am in plane 3, looking towards plane 4. I can see the airlock. And so what you should see is the grapple fixture that was used for shuttle, and that's your operator's post. No, I don't see it now, for now. Operator's post should be located from the other side, on the other side of the pressurized adapter. Yes, I think so too. I do not see the airlock from here anyways. Well, not airlock, but no, actually. That's it. Oleg, do you see the arrow and the designations? No, I don't see it for now, but let me look some more. I don't see anything in that area where the airlock is. So I think that we need to move from the other side and down. Well, if you can see it from there, then you'll go for it. It's your decision. That's where I am now. It says MSS. And Sergei, can you look in that direction? So you see my feet are underneath the operator's post. And then there is the Bagor hook here. Okay, so let me move my feet down. Okay, I have reconnected to the handrail. I cannot see the number of that handrail. Okay, so foot restraint, yakor, foot restraint. Handrails. Okay, should I take it from you? Yes, you take the foot restraint, and I will take Capo EV2 carrier. Okay. Okay. And I think it is still there where you attached it to. Guys, keep working. We're going to have a com dropout, and also you may take a break if you'd like. Okay, so the handrails, and then the boat hook, or is it not the boat hook, or is it the handrail? No, this is the boat hook. So can we attach our hooks to it? No, you cannot. And the circular handrails are underneath. Sergei, can you see them? Can you see the circular handrails? Well, they're a bit too far. So let me hook my tether here. Okay, so give me the hook now. Okay. You got it? Yes.
The two cosmonauts working 1 hour and 50 minutes into today's spacewalk. They are right at the area of the Zarya module, having made their way, maneuvered from the Poisk module and the area of the Piers docking compartment airlock all the way over to Zarya, the first stop en route to the movement of a second space crane, or Strela boom as it is known, that will take Oleg Kononenko and ultimately Prokofiev over to the work site of interest today, which is the habitation module, or the upper bulbous section of the three-section Soyuz MS-09 spacecraft, where Kononenko will use a series of tools to cut a 10-inch swath of insulation away from the habitation module, and underneath to cut a 10-inch section of orbital debris shield to expose the external hull of the Soyuz spacecraft, so that samples of any sealant material that may have extruded from the repair work that was done back on August 29th for a hole inside the habitation module can be collected and put in a sample container to be brought back to Earth for analysis by Russian engineers. You can see on the left side of your screen the accordion-like folded solar arrays. That is the solar array complement of one side of the Zarya module, no longer needed. The Zarya module now collecting power from the U.S. solar arrays. Those solar arrays were folded up and deactivated some years ago, but you can get a sense of where we're at here. The
okay, it's to your left.
Module at the very top of your screen in the center is the Bigelow Expandable module, the beam as it is called, that was installed a couple of years ago at the International Space Station as an experimental test module.
Okay, let me rehook the other one. Okay, it is
The two cosmonauts are in the process of affixing foot restraints on the second of these two Strela booms that is not in the field of view at the moment. The Strela boom, this second of the two Strela booms, to be used again by Kononenko and Prokofiev to be able to move away from the Zarya module to the work site at the Soyuz MS-09. That Soyuz vehicle, again, will be undocked from the International Space Station a week from tomorrow evening, with Prokofiev, Serena Onan Chancellor, and Alexander Gerst inside for their ride back to Earth to wrap up 197 days in space, 195 days aboard the International Space Station since their launch back on June 3rd, completing 3,152 orbits of the Earth and a mission that will have encompassed 83.3 million miles.
like I said. And what are you doing now exactly? We're moving towards the operator's post using the boom. And then after that we will be moving towards the orbital module of Soyuz. Are you guys tired or not? No, there is work to do, so we'll keep working. Okay, guys, just all the best to you. You're doing well, and I'm going to sign off to make sure I'm not distracting you. Thank you very much. Okay, maybe we should move closer to make sure I can reach Capitol Carrier. Okay, okay. Okay, so I will start the transfer now. Okay, here goes the fuel carrier, KPU. Okay, so I don't think we should hand over a foot restraint. What do you think? Oleg, Sergei, this is Moscow. Go ahead, Moscow. Well, I think that at this point, everything is clear to you, correct? Yes. So we will see how the transfer goes at this point. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, just keep working. What is it exactly? Let's see what the designation says. I think the first one is the Yakor restraint, correct? This one, this belongs to the Yakor restraint. Yes, the gray one. This is the old one. So, and the second is for KPU carrier, correct? Okay, so I have released one of the hooks. Okay. Okay, I'm holding it. And then the other one, the other tether is attached to it as well. I'm not sure which one it is. I'm taking it now, too.
As we approach the 2-hour mark into the spacewalk, this conversation, once again referencing the configuration of tools and a foot restraint on the second of the two extending Strela booms that Kononenko will mount a short time from now for a shorter transit from the Zarya module, the FGB, if you will, the first component ever launched in the International Space Station era, over to the work site at the Soyuz MS-09, the orbital compartment or habitation module at the very top of that Soyuz spacecraft, where the inspection site is located.
So it will be a gap spanner. We're beneath the post. So the foot restraint, yakor. Guys, both of you need to reach the operator's post of boom 2 near the grapple fixture of boom 2. Okay, we're going to rehook ourselves here. Okay, so should I rehook this tether for you? I can do it if you'd like. Okay, please do it. Okay, I can reach it now. Okay. Okay, let me reconnect this one for you, rehook this tether for you. Okay. Yakor foot restrained. And I'm ready to take it from you. Yes, Sergei. Yakor restrained. Okay. Okay, so the cats, where are they? They are already up there. Okay. Okay, then you can just hand it over to me. Hand over what? The safety hooks, the ones that are used for the cats. Guys, I think that one of you can move along the beam and the other can move using the handrails. Well, both of us, we are in the operator post area now. Yes, and we see that as well. Oleg, can you please hand me the hooks for the kits? Which ones?
A good view from Oleg Kononenko's helmet camera as he looks at his spacewalking colleague, Sergei Prokofiev, once again continuing to configure the second of these two extending booms called the Strela booms, the Russian word for arrow, that will be used to maneuver Kononenko over to the work site of the Soyuz MS-09 spacecraft a short time from now. The International Space Station and its spacewalking crew members are flying south of Australia, soon to begin a southwest to northeasterly track across the Pacific Ocean. This wider view shows Kononenko wearing the suit bearing the red stripes. Prokofiev wears the suit with the blue stripes for today's spacewalk, the 213th in support of space station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades.
I can't understand what it looks like. Let me see. You need to route it right here. Okay, copy. Okay, one more cable. Oh, I think we need to do that a couple more times. Please release it. Like that. Now we need to secure it on the handle. Copy. Unintelligible. Okay, I've grabbed it. I have moved it behind the Strela boom. Yes, it is on the boom.
Так. Я тогда, наверное, перейду на другую сторону.
Let me move to the other side of the boom.
Да?
Right? Should I do that? I can't see the handrail. Where did you attach to the handrail? Let me see. Raise the boom, please, and let's attach it along the Strela boom. Copy? I think you need to move a little bit forward. Then attach it right here. Have you attached it? Do you want me to reattach it? Yes, please. Okay, in work. I have secured it on the soft handrail. Do you want me to do it on the other side? Move your feet right here. Okay. Oh, your short tether is in the way. Let me readjust it for you. Okay. What should I attach it to? Let me see. Let me grab the kits. Just make sure that you don't touch anything else. Maybe I should stow them right here. Let me see. Let me secure myself closer to the kits. Wouldn't let me move there. What wouldn't let you move? The short tether? Oh, it's holding you in place. That's right. I will put the foot restraint in the working position, operational position, because it's always in the way. Sergei, do you remember that we talked about it several times, actually? Yes, I now remember. I have removed the foot restraint. Sergei, while it's open, you need to re-secure it. Yes, let me find another place for it. It's just floating right now.
Two hours, 6 minutes into the spacewalk, a good view of Sergei Prokofiev working in tandem with Oleg Kononenko to configure the second of two space cranes called Strela booms that will transport them over to the work site of the Soyuz MS-09 return vehicle a short time from now. Again, the whole point of today's spacewalk has nothing to do with repairs. That Soyuz vehicle is fit to come home next week to bring Prokofiev, Serena, Anand Chancellor, and Alexander Gerst back to Earth after their 6.5-month mission. Today's spacewalk is designed to inspect and collect samples and to collect photographic documentation of the surface of the habitation module, strictly designed to gather additional engineering data for Russian specialists back on Earth for the future analysis of potential causes for the source of the leak inside that habitation module that was detected back on August 29th and quickly repaired by Prokofiev and Gerst using an epoxy sealant. The spacewalk will allow specialists to look externally at the effectiveness of that repair work that was conducted 4 months ago. Material that was injected into the hole on the inside of the habitation compartment is expected to be seen having extruded on the outside of the hull. That will result in data and observations that could provide additional information to change and improve future leak repair techniques. All the while, over the ensuing 4 months since the leak was detected inside the Soyuz MS-09, the crew has conducted frequent leak detection work and pressure measurements in the area that the hole was detected at. They found absolutely no variance in pressure integrity for the Soyuz or the space station. The Soyuz is set to come home next Wednesday evening for the descent module, the center section of the Soyuz, to return to Earth with the crew on board for a parachute-assisted landing at 11:03 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday night, the 19th, 3 minutes after midnight Eastern Time, just after the turn of the clock to midnight on December 20th. The habitation module, which the cosmonauts will be focusing their inspection work on a short time from now, that habitation module is actually depressurized right after the deorbit burn, the 4-minute, 30-second braking maneuver following undocking to allow the Soyuz spacecraft to slow down and begin its re-entry back into the Earth's atmosphere. The depressurization of that upper section or habitation module sets the stage for the pyrotechnic separation of the 3 sections of the Soyuz, the habitation module, that upper section, and the instrumentation and propulsion module, the lower section, are discarded. They burn up upon re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere. The only section that survives is the one, most importantly, with the crew on board. That's the descent module.
Oleg, I'm right next to you. Yes, I can see you. I'm moving here. Oh, it's much better. Let us move it a little bit away from the solar rays so that it's not in the way. Where is it? It's right here. Oh, I can see them. They're above me. But that bag is tied. We need to untie it first. Is it? Okay, let me try to untie it. I have brought the KPU, the EVA tool carrier. Oleg, I would like to remind you that we will need to install that unit so that it is perpendicular the boom axis. Do you remember that? Yes, I do. So that Sergei can continue working with it further. I understand. Like that. What about now? Are we installing Kabul? So, 2 hours down. How much? 2 hours. Actually, 2 hours, 11 minutes. Okay. So, should I install the adapter or Kabul first? We will need to install Kabul first, then we will install the handle. Okay, so we are installing Kabul on S2, perpendicular to the boom axis, just like I said. Sergei, install the handle first so that we can use it and hold ourselves in place while installing the Kabul unit. Okay? All right, the handle is right there. I am reattaching red first. I'm reattaching it to the handle, or handrail rather. Sergei, try to move it towards the mobile unit. It should face the other side than what we installed on boom 1. Okay, can you please hold it for me? Have you retrieved the wire tie? Oh, let me see first. And the wing nut should be located right next to you, Sergei. Okay, closer to you. And the lanyard should be on the left. This is the lanyard. No, Sergei, not like that. Attach it to the first one. Okay. That is correct, Oleg. Good call. I will grab it like that. Oh no, actually it wouldn't sit here in the circumference. Can you move it closer to yourself? Yes, just move it closer to yourself. Pull it. Let me try to do it myself. Like that. All right. Move it there. The upper part is sitting, but there's no lanyard here. The opening is right here. Let me see that, Oleg, first. Push it now. Now it sits very well, at least in the upper part. Now we need to accommodate the lanyard, and the wing nut should be turned in this direction. Let us work with the lanyard first, and then the wing nut will be positioned. No, you won't be able to position it. You need to work with the lanyard. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So what do you want me to do? So move it like that. Maybe we are not doing it correctly, not installing it correctly. I don't know. Where's the lanyard? It's right here. Can you really see it? There are 2 units here. Wait a minute. Close it. I've turned it until it stopped. Done.
он тоже закреплен.
It's also closed, Sergei, so you cannot remove it from there. Again,
Вот между ними.
let's try something between them.
Вот так вот. Еще проворачивай.
Like that, and keep turning them towards myself. Yes.
Стоп, стоп. Флажок мешает.
Oh, there is a flag right here. It's in the way. Let me remove it.
Еще на меня. Еще на тебя.
A little bit more in my direction. A little bit more again. Stop.
Давай, сворачивайся.
And now you can install the wing nut.
Защемило его. Вот этот продерни, вот который.
This one should go under here.
Барашка дену и
Is there only one wing nut here?
летит. Не надевается, а еще на меня проверь.
It wouldn't sit here. Okay, move it closer to me. What about now?
Нет.
Does it work now? No. Actually, I'm trying to install it.
Завелся?
What about now? I think it started moving a little bit.
Или его надо?
Help me, please.
Сергей,
Sergei, I have a question.
барашек смотрит вниз.
The wing nut should be installed from
Смотреть на
below, correct? So it should be
и мобильного звена, да.
in line or in the same direction as the mobile unit. That's correct.
Да.
Sergei, what about now? Did it work? Yes, it did.
Давай, я тогда закручу этим. Давай, еще трещоткой.
I will try to use the ratchet wrench.
Пока ее доставай.
Try to take it from the bag first, and I will hold it for you.
Все, давай.
Okay, go ahead.
Здесь, конечно, не встал. Хорошо.
No, it actually wasn't installed properly. I don't know. Do you want me to tighten it?
Затянул.
I've tightened it.
Не встал.
It's still a little bit off.
Фигачил тогда.
Okay, so
Он закусил, наверное.
move it. No, actually unscrew it. Completely unscrew it, because I think something got in the way.
Все тогда влеет.
I believe that it should be over the lanyard a little bit.
Дело в том, что леер за металлическую эту скобу заведен.
But the lanyard is right behind the metal bracket.
Полудупу тяжело
It's really hard to readjust it or to do anything with it from this position.
барашек.
The swing nut.
Ты еще не откроешь, да?
Can you unscrew it now, or it wouldn't work?
Он еще и в низовой леер упирается там в эту скобу.
Can you get the lanyard from behind the bracket?
А повернись руку, вот эту.
Sergei, turn this.
Сдвинул и полу на себя. Вот это. Ага.
Pull it, please. Okay.
К тебе подтянуть? На меня еще вот развернуть.
Do you want me to pull it or push it? Actually, push it, I meant. Turn this handle towards me.
Не, он что, не хочет так вставать.
No, it wouldn't open.
Барашек снимаю.
Let's remove the wing nut.
Да. Он не затянется, наверное.
I don't think we'll be able to install it today.
Снять барашек?
Do you want me to remove it?
Давай, сними еще раз, провернем.
One more time. Let's try it one more time.
Верни назад. Ну давай вот так вот.
Okay, like that.
Закручиваю.
Should I screw it? Yes, please.
Посмотрите, может быть, леер чуть-чуть вывернуть.
Is it possible to move the lanyard a little bit from under the bracket?
Давай я выдерну. Освободи тогда.
Let me help you, so please release it.
Там просто упирается в этот металлический.
I cannot reconfigure it here. I can't move it from under the bracket because it actually pushes against the bracket. So, and you're installing the wing nut right there. Yes, that's correct. Let's try to install the second wing. No, 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 don't do that because the diameter won't work here.
This is Mission Control Houston, 2 hours, 22 minutes into today's spacewalk. You've been watching Oleg Kononenko and Sergei Prokofiev prepare the second of the two extending Strela booms for use to move from the Zarya module over to this spacecraft. You're looking at the Soyuz MS-09 as it and to its right a Progress resupply vehicle that's attached to the Piers docking compartment. Two Russian spacecraft moving from southwest to northeast across the Pacific Ocean, soon to cross the coast of northern Mexico. It is at the very top of the Soyuz vehicle that's in the center of your screen, docked to the Rosviet module on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the station, where the work, the inspection work, will be conducted by Kononenko, who will use a series of cutting tools to cut away a 10-inch swath of insulation at the very top section by those insignias, just above the Cyrillic words Soyuz that you see above the hatchway. You see the Russian flag, and to the left is the insignia of the Russian space agency, Roscosmos. To the right is the insignia of the Soyuz manufacturer, RSC Energia. He will use the cutting tools to cut about a 10-inch swath from the O in Roscosmos, the first O in the words Roscosmos, down vertically. That will be correspondent to the area inside the habitation module where the leak was detected back on August 29th that caused a slight reduction in pressure inside the spacecraft, necessitating a repair by Prokofiev and Gerst using epoxy sealant. Once Kononenko cuts away the swath of the insulation, underneath is a orbital debris shield. He will use a cutting tool to cut away about a 10-inch swath of that debris shield as well to expose the external hull of the habitation module of the Soyuz, where he will then collect samples of any sealant material that may have extruded through the hull during the repair technique. He'll place those samples into a container that will be brought back to Earth for analysis on the ground by Russian engineers. At the end of the inspection work, that will include photographs and video that Kononenko will collect. He will then apply a new insulation blanket over the area where he performed the invasive surgery in order to secure a cover over the area where the inspection activity will have occurred.
Install it right in the middle. That is correct. I'm installing it, so where should I install the handle? It doesn't matter right now. But when we install the foot restraint, we will tell you where to turn the handle. Okay, I'm closing it. All right. Have you attached it in work? Give me a couple of minutes, so it's still loose. Let me tighten it. Okay, so it is secured in place. It's a little bit loose, but I believe that it's secure. Okay. So does it need to be that loose, or does it need to be tightened? Are you talking about where the wire ties is? Yes, there should be hook there. Ah, okay, I understand. Okay, it's closed. Please double check that. And do we need to remove the adapter? No, you need to secure and install the foot restraint first. Okay.
Якорь. Вот он. Тихо, панели солнечные.
Be careful with the solar rays.
Серега, от корпуса отвели, зато к панелям очень.
The adapter, Sergei, is further now from the hull, but it is really close to the solar rays. Can you move it slightly away from the solar rays? I'm holding it.
Хорошо.
All right, Sergei.
Давай я на свой этот тред перецеплю.
Let me rehook it right there. Sergei, can I remove the adapter from its installation place because I've already secured it? Yes, you go. Let me work with the foot restraint right now. I will secure it on the foot restraint. I was using the transportation tether. Understood.
Освободил.
I have released it.
Сейчас я встану как-нибудь.
Let me adjust myself.
На нем еще один, что ли?
Is there one more on it? Well, let me see.
Это твой.
That is yours.
Нет, вот
No, it's not.
на якоре.
I'm talking about
Это твой.
this unit on the foot restraint. This one is mine, but what about this tether?
Он от КПУ.
Is that yours?
Плюсую эту.
Yes, it is from KPU.
Так, 90 градусов развернуть.
We need to turn it at 90 degrees,
Так, и заворачиваем, да?
and then we keep turning it. Okay.
А он что, не вращается, что ли?
It wouldn't move.
Серег,
Sergei,
подключи поближе.
move closer.
Что, не вращается?
Would it move? Actually, no, I'm holding it.
Давай, держу.
Holding it right now.
Ключом, может, да? Ну, поехал. Ну, как сорвать.
Yeah, it started moving a little bit, but not much.
Не пошел, по-моему, да?
No, it wouldn't move any further. Are you sure that it is seated properly? I'm not so sure. Let me adjust myself, my position first, and then I will try to tighten it one more time. No, it was wrapped around this handrail. 1 second.
Не крутится, попробуй.
Would not rotate for some reason. Let me try.
Да, он не крутится.
Would not rotate.
Тоже ходил, когда ты его снимал.
So, did you have the same picture when you were removing it? No, it wasn't like that.
Давайте на полностью
Guys,
завернуто,
this is
а потом потихонечку отворачивать.
Moscow. First, rotate it to the hot stop and then try to unscrew it.
Но просто сам этот...
You know, it is
Адаптер.
screwed to the hot stop, but the adapter itself, not the adapter, but the handle, the wing nut, actually, the wing nut is loose.
Нет,
So that's how it works on the anchor? No.
Ну да,
Вот он так
давайте
болтает.
сделаем